Okay, so we have the 1-9 opener, which we're going to complete today on 110. So let's look at the first part of the opener. Again, we have another equation with two different variables, so we're going to have to look to see what we're solving for. We're solving for y, so that means I'm going to circle my y variable. My goal is to get that y by itself, and then draw my line of equality. If I want to get the y by itself, what do I have to get rid of first? Erase all that, I messed up. So what do I have to get rid of first? How do I do that? That was my faulty answer. So on my left side, my 6's cancel. I bring down my 4y. Then on my right side, when I add and subtract, only when I add and subtract, I can only do so if they are like terms. Are there like terms here? No. So I bring down my what first? What do I bring down first? I always like to bring down my number with the variable first. So what is that? 6x. And then what do I bring down? Yeah, the plus 12. Okay, moving right along. So now I have 4y equals 6x plus 12. I need to get the y by itself, so now I get rid of the what? If I want to get this y by itself, what do I have to get rid of? The 4. How do I do that? So if I divide this side by 4, I divide this entire right side by 4. No, that's not my phone.
Sorry, I was lying.
So on my left side, I'm going to bring down my y. Ooh, that was an ugly y. Let's redo that. Then on the right side, I'm going to go ahead and simplify it. So if I go to simplify this, if I take 6x and divide it by 4, what do I end up with? A decimal again. So I'm going to come over and I'm going to have to make sure I simplify 6/4. Now, in your calculator, there's two ways that you can simplify this. One, you can do it by just using your mind and using your math skills, or you can use it by doing your calculator, which if you use it doing your calculator, because this is an improper fraction, you're going to have to hit two buttons. So if you're using your calculator, you're going to type in 6, ABC button 4, and that's going to give you a mixed number. So then what you're going to have to do is hit the shift button or the second button and your ABC button. So if you, or is it this, or just the second and your equal button, right? So second equals, oh, second, ABC, where'd it go? Where's your ABC button? Oh, equals, and then it'll give you an improper fraction. So what does it give you when you do that? What fraction did it give us, Devontae? Okay, so 3/2, and what's the variable that goes with it? Okay, so since I divided the 6x by 4, I now have to take the 12 divided by 4, which is
3.
Positive 3. And that's going to be my final answer. Now, if you don't want to type all that stuff into your calculator to simplify this fraction, you have 6/4. What is 6 and 4? What are they both divided by, or divisible by? 2. So all you'd have to do, 6 divided by 2 is what? 2 divided by 2 is? 2 divided by, or sorry, 4 divided by 2? 2. So you get the same thing. But you can use your calculator, that's why I gave it. All right, next part. This next part's going to get you ready for function tables, which we're going to do tomorrow. There's two ways that you can solve these. First way is just simply using your calculator. Second way is just using your mind. So I'm going to show you how to do it without using your calculator. If you use your calculator, that's fine. Just make sure you have the right answer and your answer is boxed. So what I do when I have a fraction times a whole number, I take my numerator times my whole number. So what's 1 times 6? And I divide it by my denominator, which is 6 divided by 2 is? What's 6 divided by 2?
3.
That's my answer. So if you used your calculator and took 1/2 times 6, you should have got 3. So again, I have a fraction times a whole number. So I'm going to take 3 times 12 and get? 36. And then I'm going to take 36 divided by 4 and get?
9.
Bam. There's your answer. Flip it over. And now we're going to look at graphing one more time, plotting points. And then I'll give you a quiz for you guys to look over. Make sure that you completed your quiz accurately. All right, we left off with Devontae. So, Brendan. Well, actually, before Brendan even gets going, what's the very first thing I need to do to my coordinate plane? Label my stuff. So, I'm going to label my X and my Y.
Now, what's the little center thing called again?
Origin. Origin.
Origin.
Origin.
I'm gonna call it origin.
Okay, so we're starting with Brendan. Letter A.
Start the origin. You're gonna go to the left, -4.
Okay.
And you're gonna go down, -2.
And label it.
A.
Letter B. Jemiah.
Start at the origin. Go right
Okay.
and go down.
And label it.
B.
Nice. Nick?
You go start the origin, go over to the then label it C.
So just go over 2.
Yes,
Just like that, huh?
right.
Oh, right 2. There, because it's positive. And label it C. Good. Rihanna.
Start at your origin.
Okay.
Okay, since it's at 0, you really don't go left.
Correct.
Right? So,
So your X, you just stay put.
yeah, so don't you go down -1?
You do. Go down. And you label it.
D.
You're so unsure of yourself. Be confident. All right, there's D. E, Isaiah.
Alright, you start in the org,
Okay.
and you go over 1,
Which direction?
right?
Okay.
Then you go up 4, and then mark, you get on 4, and you put E.
And the last one.
Can I do it?
Nope, I really would like Beyonce to try one.
I don't know.
Stop saying you
I think you go.
Start at the origin.
Okay, go left 2.
Good.
You go up 1.
Yeah, you got it. And label it.
told you.
Label it what?
Yeah.
And that's it.